Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back. Welcome back. Today is Thursday. I am super excited. This week seems like it went slow, but it went pretty fast. We're here. We have made it. I don't know about you guys, but I have been excited about this week. Just is going to do what he's planning to do, what he is doing. Like it's been a pretty good week, right? But I am so grateful that you have made it back today and that you have been with me this week. Glory to God. Glory to God. Today is day 4 of our Vision and Goals series. Y'all, I'm excited. I don't know about you, but when you get in a position to where you allow yourself to see the things that you want to see before you see them, it's an amazing thing. It's all about the process. Sometimes we look at our goals, we look at our vision, and things just don't work out the way that we want to. They don't show up as fast as we would like them to. But hey, we are here for it because we have a hold on. Y'all know I'm always trying to fix something at the last minute. That's it. Preparation. But when we're setting those goals, when we have that vision, distractions going to come. There's going to be some moments that some things are going to take place. So I am excited to have you all with me today as we walk through this week. I don't know if you have caught the rest of the videos. If you've not seen the videos from the rest of the week, go ahead and check them out. I promise you, you will learn something that allow you to be on a path to becoming a greater version of yourself. So on Monday of our vision and goal series, we talked about vision, understanding that vision is the destination. Vision is the place that we want to go. We want the thing that we want to do, the business that we want to start, the trip that we want to take, the house that we want to buy, the relationships that we want to enter into. Vision is the destination. Where are we going? So we sat and we talked on Monday, and our assignment for Monday was to figure out where we wanted to go. Our foundation would be prayer and faith in God, in the midst of all, because our vision comes from him. So being that our vision is from him, we have to, let me make sure, being that our vision is from, we also know that we have to partner with him. But we've talked about that thing, but we're going to keep on going. On day that we had from Monday, on Tuesday we talked about goals. Goals are the directions. Goals, you put the vision into the GPS, that's where we're going. The goals are the directions, those are the steps that we take to get to where we're going. So remember, day 1 was vision, the destination. Day 2 was goals, the direction. And day 3, which was yesterday, Wednesday, hump day Wednesday, it was preparation, counting the cost and building a plan. So we know where we're going. We have the directions to where we're going. Now it's time to plan it and put it together. Y'all, we already talked about, we know we're going to Jamaica, right? We are going to Jamaica. That's one of the things that's on my list, is to go to Jamaica. And with that trip to Jamaica, there's some things that I have to do. There's some things that have to be prepared. And sometimes we set goals, we have our vision and we set goals, and then we go thinking about all the things that it's going to take to get us to where we're wanting or where we're trying to go. But understand, we ain't going to have all the directions at one time. We're not going to put the whole piece to the puzzle together all at one time. We're going to take baby steps. Why? Because we are not going to compare ourselves to other people. We're going to stay in our own lane, and we're going to allow God to guide us in the direction that he would have us to go. So come on, let's get with it. So we've seen the vision, we've set the goals, and we have talked about preparation. So today we're going to talk about faith in action. Faith without works, it's dead. So we're going to talk about faith in action, the power to keep going when life gets real. We have to get out of this narrative or this mindset that have us thinking that we're not going to come with some issues. There's some things that's going to come. The Bible tells us that no weapon formed against us shall prosper. So with that being said, we're going to go through some things. There is going to be some moments that distractions are going to come. There's going to be some moments that, we talked about a few weeks ago, we talked about 10 strategies that the enemy used to try to keep us in bondage, right? And so, with that, because we covered mindset and we prepared ourselves for this journey, we know that there's going to be some things that come that's going to try to knock us off course, that's going to try to distract us. Think about going on that trip. It maybe delays, maybe traffic, or whatever the case may be. There's something that's going to come in that space that may send a little discouragement. So we're going to talk about that thing today. Because so let's be honest, it is so easy to be motivated at the start. Like you there, you ready for it, right? We are ready for it. It is so easy to be motivated at the start. But when you write down a vision, you're excited. When you think about what it is that you're going to do, you're excited. When you plan your goals, you're inspired. Like you got this all wrapped. You know what you're going to do. You high-fiving your right hand and your left hand, like all the things. But what happens when things don't go according to the plan? What happens when you put that business plan together and you're excited, you're going to go to this bank to try to get this loan or what have you, and just right now it's not the time, it don't work out? What about those moments where you're so excited about this thing that you're doing and you go tell your friends and family and they're not as excited for you? What about those moments where health may take toll or things just may happen? We're in a situation now where, look at the world. We had a whole government shutdown, those things. What happens in those moments? Now, I'm going to stop for a minute to say I have been an entrepreneur and in the entrepreneur space for about 10, 11 years now. I've not consistently worked the 9 to 5. I have had moments where throughout these 11 years, I think because I already had my CDLs. When I moved to Texas, I got a job driving school bus for a little minute. And then I did a little recruiting job for a little minute. Both of those, the driving, I was just already comfortable there. So I went back there, right? And it only lasted for a couple of months because then I realized like this is not for me. But then I took another position a little later on, a couple of years later, throughout this 11-year span where I was a recruiter and I learned so much. I was able to touch the heart of people in that space. So I am grateful for the opportunity, but I had to wake up one morning and realize, yeah, this is just not for me. So I have been in the entrepreneur space for 10, 11 years. Trust me, baby, it don't come without counting the cost. Like you have to count the cost to be in this space. You have to stand on faith to be in this space. This is not like one of the easiest walks that one can take, but it builds character, it builds discipline, it builds a lot of things that it just works. It just works. It builds up a lot of things. Trust me, you got a lot of resistance in the space. But what happens when all the things that you plan, and I'm saying this from a space of being here and knowing that there's moments that, income is high, then there's moments that income is low. There's moments that, you got clients coming out of everywhere. And then there's moments that you don't have any clients showing up, or moments where, the credit is going up, but then it drops. It like all. What happens when the flight gets delayed? So we're going, y'all, because I've already started the plan as Monday. Monday, I decided my vision was to go to Jamaica. On Tuesday, I decided these are the things I needed to go to Jamaica. And on Wednesday, I started preparation. And I know that if I'm going to Jamaica in a year, going through this plan, I have to budget, I have to save the money because I'm not going to go pay it all at one time. That's just my preference. When I go, I'm going to go debt free. It's not going to be on a credit card or anything else. I'm going to have everything that I need to get there. But with all the goals, all the vision, the planning, and the preparation, what happens when the flight get delayed, or the funds don't come through the way you want them to, or people you thought supported you just disappear? That's when faith becomes your fuel. What I've learned in this space is that I don't care what it looked like, how much money it is. I done made over 10,000, I'd have made 10,000, I'd have made zero for a month. It comes in different ways. I won't stop the journey. I remember one of my visions was to not have to work for anyone. I don't go I didn't like asking for bathroom breaks. I wanted to take a break when I needed to. If I didn't want to go to work that day, I just didn't want to. It was some things that I had in mind, like, God, this is just not going to work for me. I have degrees, I have certifications, like I have all the things. I am well rounded in a lot of areas, and I said, Lord, I just don't think this 9 to 5, this W-2 thing gonna work for me. And 11 years, there could be 11 years, but 10, 11 years ago, when that decision was made, it was a scary decision. It was a journey that I was finna embark on that was like, I don't know what I'm doing. But when I say God, good morning, Mamie. When I say God put me in position to where even on the toughest days, I still made it. So I'm just here to share with you one, for those that don't know me, I am Tawanda. I am a called and certified personal development and goals coach. I am a best-selling author, and I am the podcast host of Talks with Tawanda. Everything that I do and have done, good morning, everything that I do and I have done all started with the vision. And not only did it start with the vision, when I wanted to write books, it was a vision. And with the vision, it became the goals. And with the goals, it became the preparation. And with the preparation, it became the faith. And so everything that I've done, this process, and it's every time, for every new goal, every new opportunity, every vision, everything that I decide and that I set my heart on doing, it's the process. So of course, when I have my clients, everything look different because everybody needs something different. But these steps are steps that I still take my clients through. If you look back, you would see where I started the weeks off with mindset. It is very important to have your mindset in place and know exactly whose you are and who you are. Because sometimes there are some things that we have dealt with in the past that still sits in us, like that residue that still sits on us, in their limited belief, their low self-esteem, their doubt, there's depression. It's all the things. So what we did was we first wanted to reset our mindset. We wanted to be in a position to believe that whatever it is that we want, we can achieve it, right? And so with that being said, we went through a few weeks. We worked on mindset. From mindset, we're working on now getting to the bag, getting to the thing that we really want, getting to the thing that we desire to have, the vision that God has already given us. Some of us are sitting back scared on it. Some of us are holding on to our vision, waiting on the perfect time. Some of us are holding on to our vision, waiting for things to just pop out the woodworks on us. But I'm here to tell you, like, in this journey, you would have to know me, and you would have to know and understand my story to understand why I'm so passionate about what I do. I enjoy being a coach, not for the money, but for the opportunity in the lives that I get to touch and change just by healing myself, just by doing the work myself. So just to go back, give a little recap, because I kind of veered off just a little bit. I am Coach Tawanda. I am a called and certified life coach, personal development and goals. I am a best-selling author, and I am a podcast host of Talks with Tawanda. It's a space that I created, that I created for myself, that I am now sharing with the world, a space of healing, growth, and a space to just allow ourselves to be who we are destined to be. And that comes with a little work. So again, on Monday, we talked about vision. The assignment for Monday was to go and sit down, get your pencil and paper, and figure out what your vision was, what it was you needed to do. And then from there, on Tuesday, we put some goals to that thing. We sat down and we broke down what it was that we needed, it was going to take for us to get the things that we wanted to get, right? And then on yesterday, we decided that, hey, it's time to prepare. It's time to prepare. And Thursday, here we go. We're talking about when the journey gets tough. Because we can do all the preparation in the world, we can do all the planning, we can do all the, goals and get all the vision. But what about when we're on the journey? What about when we're on a trip? So let's go back to our example, Jamaica. You got your bags packed, you got your ticket booked, your heart is full of excitement, and suddenly the airline sends you a message: flight delayed. Ain't that something? Hadn't you had those moments? Because I've had those flight delayed moments. Now you have two options. You can panic and say, maybe I'm not supposed to go. Maybe I'm not supposed to build this business. Maybe I'm not supposed to buy this house. Maybe I'm not supposed to find love. Maybe I'm not supposed to have a better mindset. You can, when those shifts come and those delays come, those moments come that things don't look the way that you really want them to look. What do we do in those moments? So do we panic and say maybe we're not supposed to go? Or can we say maybe, just maybe, I might be delayed, but I'm still going? There's some things in my life, y'all. Let me tell you, back 2021, I was on this journey. And when I say life came, baby, life came, swooped me up, turned me down, spanked me a couple of times, and put me back wherever it wanted to put me. Let me tell you, when I say everything was happening, here it is. I have these goals. I have my vision. I'm working towards some things. I see a lot of things playing out. And I wake up one day, the marriage is leaving. And I know it was some prayers that I put in the space. So I understood why things were happening the way that they was happening. There was relationships that was just, they was just going on by falling by the wayside. Identity theft by someone that I really, really thought was close to me. Like, it was all the things happening. And here it is. I'm in the midst of building a business. While I'm building a business, I have people that I have connected to me that's destroying the business. Like, it was a whole mess. But I'm so grateful of what God was doing for me before the mess came, so that I can be strengthened to be able to weather the storm. And so weathering the storm and getting in that position, in that place to where you got to stand on faith, because things are going to come. So anyway, we have two options. When we get the notification to say that the flight has been delayed, when we get the notification that says, hey, we need a little bit more paperwork before signing on this house, when we get the notification to say, hey, I know you're trying to start this business, but we need a little bit more time to get approved for this loan. Like, all the things that come, what do? We have choices. We always have choices. And the choices is, we can panic and say that maybe we shouldn't go. I don't know about y'all, but I'm going to Jamaica. I will be in Jamaica mid-November, between mid-November and December. We are working on finalizing the date because, like I say, we are planning this thing, right? But what's your vision? Whatever your vision is, allow this message to apply to that. Because we have two things. When those delays come, good morning, B. When those delays come, are we going to panic and say maybe we shouldn't go? Or are we going to say I might be delayed, but I'm still going? We have to get in position to be so focused on our goals and our vision that it don't matter what comes. We're going to stick through it. We're going to keep on going. We're going to ride this thing out until the wheels fall off. You understand? By the time the wheels fall off, we're going to be where we're going to be. Remember, a couple of weeks we was talking, we're going to stand in the line till our name is called. And what was we told to do when we stand in the line and wait? We're going to prepare our heart, prepare our mind. And with that, we just going to stay on course. We have gotten in the space to where we sometimes think that a delay means denial. Just because something is delayed don't mean that you are denied. It's just a test of your consistency. Just example, we just going to keep it real if we can keep it real, because that's why I'm here, right? We're going to keep it real. I jump on live, been jumping on live for a couple of weeks now. I don't know who's going to show up. I don't know when they're going to show up, how they're going to show up, who's going to show up, none of the things. I don't know. But I know that it is part of the vision for me to be here. It is part of the vision for me to speak the things that need to be spoken and show up in the spaces that need to be showed up. I'm not doing it for the people. I'm doing it for the people, meaning that I'm not going to show up according to who shows up with me. I'm going to show up because that's part of the vision. That's what I'm supposed to do. And anybody else that decides to show up, then they show up. But I'm not going to stop working on what I need to work on. I'm not going to stop doing what I need to do, waiting on somebody else to show up. It is my responsibility to show up. So what do we do in those moments? I remember that season when I had a vision, but it was nothing seeming to move. Like, I had those moments. It's like, Lord, do we need to reroute this thing or something? Those moments when you're just putting in the work, when you're praying, when you're showing up, and all you can see is slow progress. Are those moments that we give up? Are those moments we keep on? That's building consistency. That's building our faith. Those moments when we show up not knowing what the result's going to be like, that's faith. Because we also realize that we make a move, God make a move. We make a move, God make a move. So as long as we keep showing up, we can't look over time. Remember, we can't be comparing ourselves to other people. So we can't look at what everybody else is doing and thinking our life is going to pan out the same way, because our journey is different. We are reminded every day. I know I'm reminded that even when it's slow, you're still moving forward. I've had to restart my whole life. Like, it was just from transitioning back to, it was just a lot that goes on, that went on. And I remember those moments that all I can keep thinking of, just push forward, just keep going out within a span of this long, this much time. Everything turned upside down. But I could have looked at that as, oh, life is always life and this is just not meant for me. But no, I'm gonna wake up, because I still got somewhere to go. And it just taught me that, hey, learn from it. You just learned that some things don't work. You just learned that there are some people you shouldn't be connected to. You just learned that you have to set better boundaries. You just learned that you have to be the one that show up for yourself when nobody else shows up, and that's okay. I remember those moments. I'm still in that season at times. So I'm not here in this perfect space. For anybody waiting on the perfect moment, oh, baby, I'm telling you, you're going to be waiting for a very long time. The perfect moment is the moment now. The moment that you decide to first, as we talked about, Mandy, come on and sit down and come up with that vision. Understand that thing. You want to know, okay, how do I know what my vision is? What's that thing that's keeping you up at night? What's that thing that keep tugging at your spirit, that just won't let you go? And you sitting over there and I'm scared and I don't have enough money and I don't know if I can do that. I don't have enough support. Support yourself. Support yourself by saying, God, this is what I have. Could you take my little bit and do something with it? That's all I'm saying. That's it. That's all. So many of us are in a position where we're ready to quit, not because we failed, but because we get tired of waiting. Remember a couple of weeks ago, I said, and I stand on it, I am standing in this line until my name is called. I don't know when it's going to be called. I don't know how it's going to be called. I don't even know. I know what I'm looking forward to, but I don't know how God going to show up and put this thing in front of me. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand in the line until my name is called. Some of us are standing out of line. Some of us is in this line and we getting tired of waiting. You better get you a chair and hold your space in line so that you don't allow yourself to miss out on your blessings. It's coming. All I'm here to tell you, whatever you put on that vision, whatever that vision is, whatever was put on that heart, whatever goals you put to it, whatever plan you put with it, it's going to work. Waiting doesn't waste your time. Sometimes we be over here thinking, I'm waiting, man, this is wasting my time. It's developing you. In the seasons that we are waiting, we should be very, very aware of what's going on around us, because it's developing us for something. When I look back over my days and those moments where things was not showing up the way I wanted them to show up, I realized that it was some things that I was still working on. You remember a couple of weeks ago, or if you don't remember because you wasn't here, go back and watch the videos. When we were standing in that line, y'all, I was eating popcorn this morning. I think a little piece of kernel stuck on the back of his tongue. Bless it, Lord. Yes, I was eating popcorn this morning. Mind your business now. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about this trip over here to Jamaica. We're talking about those visions, those goals, and that preparation, and staying on course. Sometimes we think standing in line and then waiting means that, oh, this is not for us, or no, this is not going to happen. No, take a moment, because we, as I was saying a couple of weeks ago, when the question was asked, God, what do I do while standing in line for my name to be called? He said, prepare your heart. Good morning, Rhythm. He said, prepare your heart and mind. So the first few weeks of sitting with Talks with Tawanda, we was preparing our heart and our mind. And now we're going to go ahead and put what we learned then into what we're learning now, is to vision our journey. You heard me? You heard me. Again, for those that don't know me and those that do, I am your coach, Coach Tawanda. I'm a called and certified life coach, bestseller author, and podcast host of Talks with Tawanda. And this space is a space that's created to help us live the life that we are designed to live. So come on, let's keep on going. Let's keep on going, because there is somebody here because I was there one time. I was there, and I feel that I wasn't the only one there. It is somebody that has been, that's in this position, that thinks that the waiting season that they're in is punishment. It's not punishment, baby. Sweet baby, you know, I thought that. I thought that. I was up in that corner, baby, like, God, what did I do? Show me where I went wrong so I can make it right. He said, God, hush. He said, girl, hush. It ain't even about you. I am preparing the table for you. I just need you to wait on it. I need you to show your faith in this moment. I need you to just be in position. I need you to work on some things, because some things I'm going to work on that when I do this and that. No, work on them now. Go ahead and position your heart now. Hebrews 11:1 says, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Y'all better go ahead and get y'all faith in check. I'm telling you, because where you're going and the things that's before you that you're heading for, that's being prepared for you, baby, you're gonna need your faith to even understand, because you're not, people ain't gonna understand how you get what you get. Like a lot of people, listen, I do not live no big elaborate life. I live the life that's for me. If I want to travel, if I want to do something, if I want to go somewhere, if I want to stay at home, whatever those things is, I get to do. Why? Because I just believe I can. I'm not looking to, I'm not even looking at my neighbor them, at the folks across the street, none of that, round corner at the store, because my journey and their journey is different. I don't want what you have. I want what's for me. And we have to have that mindset, because sometimes those things that we are waiting for, that we get discouraged on, it's because we seeing what somebody else got going on. No, worry about us. Stay in our lane. Mind our business. This is a mind our business season. We gonna stay focused on what God have for us, because what he have for us is for us. And what other people he have for other people is for them. We not gonna mix the two. We not gonna be over there worrying about what somebody else doing or what God is doing for somebody else. And then we gonna lose faith and we gonna lose focus on the vision that he have for us, because it's different. We walk different. When we walk by faith, you don't need to have the full picture. Sometimes we sit in that way, we want to see the whole picture. You just need to take the next step. And that's the point of saying, okay, this is my vision. These are my goals. And this is how I'm going to prepare for it. Just take the next step. Don't worry about having the whole picture. I don't know where all the money going to come from. I don't know all the details of this trip to Jamaica. I don't know just yet what I'm going to wear. Well, baby, I'm going to be fine. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying. I'm not going to worry about those things. What I'm worrying about now is I'm going to Jamaica. This is what I need. And this is what I need to do. And in the process of it, I know there's some things going to come. There may be some expenses come up. Lord, in the mighty name of Jesus, I'm stopping right now and I'm going to knock on wood. Please don't let nothing too major come up, because sis has had enough. I'm just saying. We just going to keep it real, right? Faith is trusting that God gave you the vision. And because he gave you the vision, he's going to provide the route. Remember, even when the GPS is recalculating, y'all know when you got your GPS going on and that thing start recalculating and, you ain't got that service, that's hey, it is okay. That's that moment that God is working that thing out. So when we're flying to Jamaica, who flying to Jamaica? I don't know. If you're going to Jamaica, go ahead and tap it in, say, I'm in there. I'm in there. You ain't even got to spell out the whole word. I'm in there. Just come on through. Just come on through. So when you fly to Jamaica and you can't see the island from the sky until you're almost there, think about your journey and your vision. So think about that business like that. Think about that house or whatever it is. I don't know what it is, because mine changes. It can be like, listen, this month, Lord, I don't even really want to leave the house. Don't want to really deal with nobody. I want to sit here and create. But what I'm going to ask you to do is just allow the bills to be paid. I don't, just pay the bills, Lord. I'm telling you, you got to know me to know that's how I flow. It is what it is. Because I can't see what's going to go on. The cloud, the whole time that, you're looking at the clouds, the water, the sky, and yet you trust that plane is moving towards your destination. You ever sat at the window and you see everything? Well, you don't see a whole lot, but the clouds and everything else so small. But you know that you're almost there. They come on board and they tell you, hey, however they say, this is flight 5:52 going to Jamaica, and we are 11 minutes from the destination, however many minutes, y'all. I'm not a travel agent. I just be on there trying to get my ride, y'all. I can't even remember what the folks be saying, the mask, all that stuff. They tell you do all that thing. I just be like, oh, just see us to the destination. But you see all this stuff. You don't see the island. You have not even seen the resort. You got me. But you know that it's moving. That's how our vision is. That's how our goals is. That's how our plan is. That's how our journey is. We don't know the end results. Quit trying to step into this space wanting to know everything. You're being nosy. That's what you're being. No, God can't even surprise some of us because we knows it. We trying to see everything in one moment. No, just let it be a surprise, and let the surprise be okay with your heart, knowing that you got faith attached to it. That's all I'm saying. That's what walking by faith feels like. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Faith, walking by faith, it's uncomfortable sometimes because you don't know. It's unclear sometimes because you don't know, but it's moving forward. You don't know you don't know all the details and everything you're past, and all you see is clouds and little what looks like little things moving on the ground. But you know that this plane is getting you closer to Jamaica. I know when I get on that plane, it's gonna be some hours, but I know where that plane is taking me. It's taking me to Jamaica, and that's all I need to worry about. If you going to get a house, that's what your goal is, your vision is. You don't know, you're not worrying about all the gifts. You just know that God is going to bless you to buy that house. God is going to bless you to build that business. But you cannot step into that space thinking that it's not going to come with some distractions. You don't fool yourself. That's part of being prepared. Being prepared is looking out for the things that may come so that you can shift. If you're going in this traffic and there's a roadblock or whatever that's ahead, then okay, find your next exit and just shift. Don't sit there. I'm going back home. They got a whole roadblock. I ain't finna stand in this traffic. I'm going back home. Go home then, because I'm going to keep going forward. I'm just saying. On this journey, I just want you to know, don't wait for the whole plan. Just trust the process. Trust the process. That's faith, y'all. That's what faith looked like. You got to trust the process. I remember going through this space in this time, and that's why I say don't look at what everybody else doing. People jumping into business. I have a business plan. They have a business plan. It's similar, and then they shooting out. They going. Sometimes what we do, we must thank God, and then we start doubting ourselves. When we doubt ourselves, we doubt God, because again, God gave us the vision. If He gave us the vision, He's going to get us to where we got to go. That's all we need to. That's all we need to worry about. That's what we need to do. I tell my clients all the time, you won't always feel your progress. It don't mean it ain't happening. Think about working out. You go in there and you do a little workout every day and you really don't feel the progress. But it don't mean you're not strengthening your body. It don't mean that you're not losing weight. It don't mean that it's not working out. You may be working in the business. You don't know where your name is being mentioned at. You don't know who's showing up to advocate on your behalf. It's just part of the process. You don't know who heart God is conditioning to show up to do what needs to be done. But if you allow yourself to get discouraged and you don't allow yourself to go through the process, then you're going to give up a little bit too soon. And that's not what we're going to do. So that's the purpose of saying, God, okay, this is the vision. God, here's the goals. God, here's the preparation. God said, okay, you're doing your part. I got you. But then when we go worrying about how we going to get the money, I'm not worrying about how the money going to come. I just know, Father God, this is what was put on my heart. And I'm willing to count the cost. I'm going to do my part and I'm going to prepare this thing. I'm going to get ready for it before I know it's happening. Before I have all the details, I'm already, if nothing else, I'll prepare my mind and I'm ready. Sometimes growth is silent. I done sat for a long time, a while, just working on myself and working on the process. While I'm sitting here creating, I'm working on myself. It's silent. Sometimes healing is invisible. Just everything that's healed. And we be wanting, we go through this space and we just wanting to show it off. We just wanting the world to know. We just want, I had somebody to ask me, before, why did it take so long to start my podcast? Because it wasn't time. It was not time. Yes, I had the resources to do it. I had the space to do it. I had the equipment. I had to already start buying the little stuff to do it. I had everything that I needed. But in order to put the message out there, God was still working in my heart. It was some things that was still taking place that he and I had conversations with. And where I'm like, God, I can get out here and I can talk about some things I can do. He said, just wait, though. It ain't time. We got to be okay with those moments. We got to be okay with knowing that just because we want it right now, just because we want it to happen in this second, and we got to wait on it, it don't mean it ain't coming. It just mean it ain't time. Again, you heard me say, think about a cake or a meal. Thanksgiving, Christmas coming up. I don't know where the cook's at. But come on through if you know what I'm talking about. You got to first think about what you want, what the meal going to be. And once you think about what the meal going to be, then you go and you say, okay, this is what I'm getting. You got to put that list together. You got to put the list together of the items that you're going to get. And when you get the list together of the items, because now you got the vision and you know what the meal's going to look like, then you got to prepare. And then it's going to be some times or some moments during the preparation where you may have forgotten something. You may leave the cornbread in a little too long, or the macaroni. Something may happen. It's part of the process. Are you going to throw the whole meal away? In that moment, or are you going to say, well, I done messed up on this corn. I don't even want the meal no more. You're just going to walk out the kitchen and just give up. Because something didn't work out. You just going to walk out the kitchen and give up? Come on now. That's not what it's. Sometimes your transformation is going to happen before show up. Back to the point about why did it take me so long? Because see, I was over here transforming. I was over here working on self. God was over here working in me, and I needed to be in a certain position so that when I come and I speak to the public, then I ain't bleeding all over everybody. I need to make sure my heart posture was right. I need to make sure the things that I will be talking about in the days to come, I needed to make sure I had forgiven some things. I needed to make sure I was in a position to where when the message was told from a healed heart, not from a hurt place, because the whole purpose is to help us to get from where we are to where we want to be, not keep us in bondage. So I had to have wisdom and be wise enough to know that it just ain't time yet. So the longer it took me to heal in certain places, the longer it took me to go ahead and produce. I had to make a decision. Go ahead and do what you need to do. That's when I had to count the cost. I had to go ahead and put my big girl drawers on, and I had to get on in there because I had some things I had to do in order to get to where that's preparation. We don't want to do the work. We want the reward, but we don't want to do the work. This is our season where we're going to have to go ahead and do the work. I had to do the work to make sure some things was done in me in order for me to go out and do what it was I was really desiring to do. We don't want to do the work. We want the meal, but we don't want to cook it. I'm going to tell somebody, go ahead and get in the kitchen. Quit allowing yourself to sit there and be hungry. You hungry, but you don't want to get in there and cook. Now, make it make sense for me. Let's keep on going. We have to be okay with knowing. This is what faith looked like. Even when we don't see it yet, we got to stay consistent. That's faith in action. I don't see all the sales yet. I don't see all the clients. I've had some. I don't see them all yet. But does that mean I'm going to stop? Oh, I ain't getting no clients this month. It must not be me. I ain't meant to be a coach. The devil is a lie. I get on that. Let's redo it. Let's work on something else. A lot of people have asked me, I do a lot of things, baby. I don't do them all actively, consecutively at one time. But baby, I got a tool belt on. I keeps me a tool belt. Because that tool belt that I carry helps me to stay consistent, help me to stay motivated. My tool belt got faith attached to it. My tool belt got, it has belief attached to it. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. When the journey gets rough, you have to keep coming back to your why. I've had clients and I've had people have conversations with me, and this is not working and that is not working. What's your why? Why do you want it? Why do you want to do it? Your why keeps you grounded when you're feeling like everything else is trying to take over. That's why for me, I do my boards because I like the visual aspect of things. And so because I know my why, because I have it posted on my board, because I know what I'm doing it for. When life gets tough and things are not working the way that I want, when the delays come, when the traffic and when you got to reroute and things of that nature, I go back and focus on my why, because that keeps me grounded. That keeps me pushing. When I think about my daughter, my children, my legacy, that's my why. So I got to keep going. If nothing else, I got to keep going to show them good morning, good morning. I got to keep going to show them that, hey, we in this. We got to keep going. It may be some moments that you don't feel like it. It's going to be some moments that things don't plan out the way that you want to plan out. Remember, we're going to Jamaica. The flights are delayed. When the flights are delayed, do you get up and say, I'm just going home. I'm not even going to go to Jamaica. I don't know about y'all, but I'm going to sit there in that airport. We're going to catch the next flight or something. So Monday, we talked about vision. What's your vision? What is that thing that you want to do? What is that thing that God has put on your heart? That thing that keep tugging at you, that just won't let you rest at night. You wake up in the morning, that's what you think about. You go to sleep at night, that's what you're thinking about. You eating your bagel, and that's what you're thinking about. That's that thing. That's how you know your vision. That's how you know it's something that's pulling at your heart and you got to get it out. Your vision could be to write a book. There would be days when you stare at blank pages. You have that moment, those moments where it's like, what am I? I just had a conversation with someone yesterday, and I'll be helping her write a book. She said, I've just been looking at this thing for a long time. She said, you done published several books now, and here it is. I said, don't worry about it. I got you. So I just keep staying. Don't worry about it. I got you. What about those moments, though, when you're trying to write that book? When you want to start that business and, months go by and ain't nobody buying nothing. Those moments when that vision of you wanting to heal, and there's nights where old wounds keep just resurfacing. What about those? When those moments come, what you're going to do is you're going to remember your why. Why are you here anyway? Your why, your purpose, it will keep you writing. When you think about your why, you're going to find some words to put on that page. When you think about your why, you're going to keep on pushing and moving to the place to where you can go buy that house. You can build that business. You can heal whatever need to be healed, but you got to understand your why. Your why is going to allow you to keep believing in the thing that you don't see. We are showing up in spaces wanting all the answers. We ain't gonna have all the answers. Sometimes we're going through it, and there may be a delay. The delay is really to test us at times. Those are tests. Do you really want it? If I bless you with it, would you take care of it? All I'm saying is, this is all I'm saying. Y'all not figuring to let y'all go, because y'all know I got some things to do, and I know y'all do too. When you lose sight of your purpose, just go of the promise, go revisit the purpose. When you lose sight of the promise, just go revisit the purpose. What's the purpose? Generational wealth. If you got children, legacy. If it's just yourself, just to be able to be and have peace, to be able to live in purpose, to be able to enjoy life, whatever it is for you, let it be for you. Remember, we are different. We stay in this space and we are different. We come and we have different things. So I just want you to take a moment today, if you have not done it, go back and rewatch the videos. Allow yourself, like as I say, Monday, what's your vision? What's that thing that's tugging on you? What is it? Write a plan with. Write your goals down. What's those things that you need to actually allow this thing to come forward? And then we're going to prepare. Your vision is worth the fight. I'm just going to be honest with you. There are some moments that I sit here and I'm like, Lord, have mercy, help me. But I ain't gonna give up on it because it's worth the fight. It's worth those long nights. There are moments that I can't pick up my phone. There's moments where I can't go to a place or do a thing, but it's okay because at the end of it, the promise and what it is that I'm working towards, it takes sacrifice. Remember, we talked about earlier this week, there is gonna be some sacrifice. We're gonna have to count the cost. Because the truth is, everything good costs a little something. We already know we be shopping. Everything that good is going to cost a little bit more. Peace, it costs boundaries. Growth, it costs comfort. Elevation, it costs isolation. Sometimes we're going to have to be in positions where we're going to sacrifice and it's going to cost us some things. Are you willing to count the cost? I don't care what it looks like and what I have to give up for it. I know it's going to be worth it because it's tied to me. For you that know me and you don't, I am your coach, Coach Tawanda. I'm a called and personal development and goals coach. I am a best-selling author and I'm a podcast host of Talks with Tawanda. Just a space created to help you become the better version of yourself, getting from where you are to where you want to be. At this moment, if you like what you hear, go ahead and put a like, share, comment. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you know somebody that may need a little help, putting some vision and goals together, getting some steps together, go ahead and send this to them so they can check it out. But as we continue on, James 1:3 tells us the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Perseverance. I mess up a word. Y'all forgive me, but it's perseverance. The testing of your faith. Y'all, I have been, oh my gosh. I'm like, Lord, could you help me pass this test? Because, baby, when you look at life or what life is, we're going to go through some tests. The Bible tells us no weapon formed against us shall prosper. That means we're going to go through some things. And some of those things we go through, they are going to be our test. How bad do you want it? If you want to pass this class, how bad you want to pass this class? How bad you want it? God isn't testing us to break us, and that's what it feels like sometimes. That it feels like we're being tested and we've been broken, but it's training us to carry what's coming. Sometimes we're asking for something, we're praying for something, and where we are mentally, where we are physically, we ain't going to be able to hold it. So it's about preparation. We want to run that race, but we got to go through some training first. We don't want to go through the training. We have to get out the space of not wanting to go through the training. Go ahead and go through it. Go ahead and go through it because it's tied to your vision. It's tied to your purpose. And trust me, it will be worth it in the end. That's it. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Your vision, it requires the version of you that doesn't quit. Some of us are one prayer short from quitting. You better keep going. You better keep fighting. When the turbulence comes, the pilot, he don't just jump off the plane. He adjusts. There's going to be some moments, and that's why it's important to go ahead and plan some things out. That's why it's important to go ahead and write those things down and have them. That's why it's important to know your why, because there's some things that's going to come. And if you are really, really attached to your why, when you really, really are on board with your purpose, when you really, really stand on faith and have it all together, you will understand that there's going to be some moments you have to adjust. Guess what? We do it anyway. So why not do it with intentions? Sometimes God shake things up, not to destroy us, but to reposition us. I have looked at situations like when I went through the divorce, when I went through the family issues, when I went through losing part of my business, when I went through the identity theft from a friend, when I went through all those things and they happened at the time that they happened, everything came. And I'm telling you, that thing turned me upside down, flipped me up, spanked me and everything, and just sat me back down there like, figure it out. I said, Lord, come to me. But I understood that in those moments, if I would have allowed depression to keep me down, if I would have allowed hurt and anger and the bitterness to keep me in that space, I wasn't doing myself no justice. I had a vision. I had a goal. I got somewhere I got to be. And I'm not going to allow the distractions that come. I'm not going to allow the roadblocks that come to stop me from getting where I got to be. I don't know about y'all. But again, we're just going to focus on Jamaica because I'm going to Jamaica. God shakes it up not to destroy you, but to reposition you for a smoother flight. That's it. That's it. We are on a journey. We got somewhere to go. He is repositioning us. the turbulence, it doesn't stop the destination. The turbulence can come, but you're still going to get to where you're going. It's just going to take a little detour. It's going to take a little shifting. It's going to take another line of preparation. Those moments when it comes, it's not saying that something has failed. It's saying that it is okay. I want to see how much you want it, how bad you want it. So I want to see if you're going to keep on going. That's it. That's all. The same God who started the journey will land the plane. You heard me? The same God who gave you the vision is going to see you through it. The same God who started the journey, he's going to land the plane, but you've got to stay in your seat. Some of us are ready to get up out the line. You got to stay in the line. Stay in the line until your name is called. I know many people that have given up a little bit too early. They stop one prayer short, one call short, one post short. They stop because it's not showing up. When I say many people, guess what, y'all? I'm in there too because I've been there. I've been there where I stopped doing something and for a second gave up on something and realized, wait a minute, it still kept tugging at me. So I had to jump back in that thing, and I'm determined now. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care what it feels like. I don't care how long it takes. I'm just going to see it through because it's part of me. I'm staying in my seat. I'm standing in this line till my name is called. I know people that has given up a little bit too early, but I am here to tell you, your blessings, don't be in a position to let your blessings fly through when you quit. You quit and then you see your blessing just flying all across you and landing somewhere else because you stood out of line. So there was no need to call your name. So it didn't pass you by. Yes, your blessings can pass you by. I know you've seen stuff where it been tugging on you to do. You just supposed to be doing it and you're not doing it. And you start looking around and everybody else just start doing what you're doing. That's because it's passing you by. This is the moment. This is the season that we will not allow another blessing that is designed to come to us pass us by, because faith said, even when we don't see it yet, I'm going to keep showing up. I'm going to keep showing up like it's already done. I'm going to keep showing up like it's already done. So what we talking about today, we're going to keep on. We're talking about staying on course. We're talking about staying on course because the journey will get, not when it gets, because it is a big possibility that the journey may get hard. We're going to stay consistent. We're going to show up anyway. That's it. I'm just saying. Your assignment today is write down one area where you've been tested. Because I think we've all had those moments where we've been tested. Where have you been tempted to give up? There's some moments, and there's some of us that's just on the verge of saying, you know what, I just can't do this no more. Maybe it's not for me. I am here to tell you that the devil is a lie. Write how you're going to respond in faith. Lord, this is hard, but I'm trusting in you. Lord, it don't feel good, but I'm going to stand anyway. I'm tired. Father God, give me the strength. We're going to have to respond with faith, not fear. What actions can you take today, even if it's just small? Even if it's just small. I want you to also declare out loud, I'm still going to my destination. You got to go ahead and declare that you're still going to your destination. I don't care what comes. The roadblocks can come. The layovers come. But you have to tell yourself, declare it to yourself, that none, no matter what it looked like, none, no matter how long it takes, I am still going to my destination. I want you to know that you are not behind. You are not off course. You're just in the middle of becoming. Some of us are ready to give up, thinking that this is it, but this is not it. This is a new beginning. This is a new season for you. This is a time where you have been going through the journey and there's been some things that have been coming to try to knock you out. It just seems like maybe this is not for me, but I am here to just tell you. I'm just a little birdie sent your way to tell you that you're in the middle of becoming. Don't give up. Don't give up. Let me go ahead and reset the room one more time because we're going to get ready to get up out of this thing because I don't know about you, but we got some things to do. I am Coach Tawanda. I am a called and certified personal development and goals coach. I'm a best-selling author, and I am the podcast host of Talks with Tawanda. I am here this week just to talk to you, to give you some tips and pointers on being a goals coach, being a personal development coach, what I have done the last few weeks. If you have been tuning in and following, I first started off with mindset. I wanted us to be in the mindset to be able to receive the things that we are destined to receive. So we started with mindset. We had to get our mindset right. And once we got our mindset together, this week we have been working on vision and goals. So Monday, our assignment was to write down the vision. Habakkuk 2:2 tells us to write down a vision on tablets, make it plain so that he who sees it can take and run with it. So on Tuesday, what we did was we sat down and we put some goals to it. We sat down and we figured out what it was that we needed to see the vision come together. And then yesterday we was preparing. And so I use the example of Jamaica because that's where I'm going. I'm going to Jamaica next year, of course. So that's one of my 1-year goals. And there are some things that have to be done to go to Jamaica. In the preparation, we talked about, you may have to put a budget together. I'm just going to tell you what I'm doing. I'm going to put a budget together. We was peeking at the flights the other day to see the cost of what it's going to cost, looking at where we're going to go and things of that nature. And we're putting it together. So I know within next year, I'm going to have everything together, ready to go on this trip to Jamaica. I don't know what you had on your list for Monday, but Jamaica was on my list. If by chance you put Jamaica on your vision list as well, let's connect because we can meet there in Jamaica. I'm just saying. But I know throughout this year, there's going to be some things that's going to happen. I'm not saying I want them to happen. I'm saying that I am preparing myself for them to happen. If they happen, I want to shift. There may be some expenses may come up. There may be some things that may take place within a year. We're talking about a whole year. Anything can happen. Every day, something different comes to play, right? Life is going to always be life. And because I understand that life is always going to life, I'm just going to stay on course. I will see y'all in Jamaica. I'll make sure I send y'all a picture. I'm just saying. But it may not be in Jamaica for you. It may have been a business for you. It may have been a new person, a new version of you, healing or whatever. It may be a house. It may be a car. It may be a thing. I don't know what it is. I mean, I sat down sometimes and I didn't just wrote out a vision because I just wanted somebody to come through and buy sis lunch. And I get a little cash out. I ain't ask nobody for nothing. Like, Lord, I don't know where this lunch money coming from, but send me an angel, honey. And I'll get that little lunch money come. So it can be anything. Your thing and my thing will be different. Also, throughout this moment, we have been talking because I want to make it clear. Don't look at what somebody else is doing and want to mimic what they're doing. Now, you can get wisdom from them. You can get a little bit of understanding or clarity or learn about a thing, but it's your vision. Don't wait on nobody else to high five you, dap you up, and be jumping all around, just all excited. Because what if that don't happen? If that don't happen, it's okay. We're going to stay on course because we're going to understand that our why. Our why is to have this thing. Our vision is given to God by God. So what we're going to do is, because I don't care, we not preaching this morning, but we is going to teach with the truth. And I don't care what it is. If it's not standing on faith, I don't want it because it's going to fall. I'm just saying, if the foundation of it is not God, if he ain't send me to it, then I'm not stepping out on it because I'm a big girl, baby. And I can't step anywhere. I got to be mindful of where I place my feet. So I'm just going to say, listen, for those that's here, with all honesty, I just want to say this. You're not behind. You have not failed. It may just be needing to strategize. If you've not sat down and wrote that thing out, put some goals with it, put a plan with it, and allowed yourself to be motivated, encouraged to stay on course, then that could be the only thing. But I will tell you this. There is a line that we are standing in, waiting on our name to be called. And I am going to challenge you to just stay in that line. Don't give up. Don't give up on that business. I don't care. You may look like, oh, everybody doing that. That's what I was going to start a business. Everybody doing, but everybody ain't got your people. We have a certain amount of people assigned to us. There is a thing that has to be done. And one thing you need to understand is I don't care how many people out there doing it. They ain't you. They're not you. You're going to come in and you're going to show up. There's a lot of people that do life coaching. They not me. They don't come the way I come. I don't come with just certifications, baby. I come with actually walking through the steps, knowing that they work. Like I say, I've been in a space to where I don't depend on no 9 to 5. And anybody that know me don't depend on no handouts. God see me through everything that I need to do while I'm walking through, and God know, he know I ain't finna ask nobody for no bathroom break, so he can't send me to no 9 to 5. He already know. We had to talk about this thing. But no, honestly, that's my vision. According to my vision, I get to walk out my life. And when I'm walking it out, y'all, guess what? It's some hard days. It's some exhausting moments. It is some moments where things are so unclear. It's a whole fog up in there, and I have to go back to the book and say, Lord, I need you to walk me through this one, because right now I need you to help me in my unbelief, because things are seeming a little bit hard, but I want to keep on course. And he said, I just need you to keep your eyes on me and remember what I've already told you. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna keep on going, even when the roadblocks come and you ain't gonna catch me coming home. I'm gonna keep on going. I'm just going to keep on going, because I do know and understand that what faith sound like is not perfection. It's not instant results. It's just constant belief. I understand that when I'm walking in faith, that I'm not going to have all the answers. I'm not going to see all the things. It's not all going to come. But I guarantee you, anybody that do, those that's in my circle that do know, because we have these conversations and they get to see it walk itself out. And I am so grateful that God even put people in my place, in my presence, that trust me, believe in me, that roots me on. Even on my worst day, I can go to them and they ain't judging. They see you got this, you got this. You know, we keep each other encouraged. There's some people I don't even talk about my vision to, because they not gonna understand, and it ain't their business. I'm over here minding my business because I know what me and God has talked about, and I am grateful for the people that he put in my place, in my space, to help me carry it out. I'm just saying, y'all, get y'all a few good ones, baby. Get y'all a few good ones. I am grateful for mine, because they show up. They show, and they don't show up. We don't need anything from each other. Sometimes just to hear their voice and know that they will kind of do something to my heart a little bit. We talk about some of anything, ain't about nothing. But the fact that we are there together, the fact that this journey, and they consistently cheer me on, because I be needing it sometimes. They know I will cut up, baby. I'm still between the line of hood and holy. Yeah, you better know me. And I always tell you, I am human before I am anything else. So don't expect perfection, baby. Just expect the work in progress. You understand me? Just expect the fact that I'm becoming. You understand me? Listen, if you're here on TikTok, here on YouTube, go ahead and tap that screen. Show me some love, please. It is very, very appreciated. If you know anybody that's going through this season that just don't have it together, that's trying to get it together, don't have all the answers, trying to, like, what do I do? How do I start? Where am I at? Just tell them, go over there, man. Go over there. I know this girl, this lady, because I ain't a girl, I'm a whole woman. But I know this woman over there. She be on TikTok and she be on YouTube. Her name is Tawanda. You can find her by Talks with Tawanda on YouTube. And she gonna share some things with you. Let them know that for the last few weeks, what we've been doing is we've been shifting the mindset, and now we are in position to go after that thing that God has said that we can have. Let them know that there are tools, there are resources, there are things to help you get from where you are to where you want to be. So no one should be stuck in this season. But what we gonna do is, if we're gonna be stuck anywhere, we're gonna be stuck in the line of faith. I'm just telling you, because that's gonna get us to where we are going. Man, I am super excited. I am ready. Tomorrow is Friday, y'all. Y'all gonna see me tomorrow, but y'all not gonna see me this weekend, because y'all already know you get me Monday through Friday. And what I do, things that I share with my clients, things that I've helped them get through. I have seen tremendous work, life-changing events happen in their lives. But what they had to do, I showed up and I gave them the tools that was needed. They showed up and they did the work. So I don't get all credit. We get the credit together. So if you're in a space to where you're stuck, this is a moment that you can unstick yourself by going ahead and connect. You can click the link in the bio. We can have a complimentary 30-minute call just to help you unpack some things, see where you at. I do have resources, courses, and all. Just go ahead and check me out. You can get my website, which would take you there from the link in the bio. Again, I am Tawanda. I am a called and certified life coach, personal development and goals, best-selling author, and podcast host of Talks with Tawanda. I have other things I have going on too, but those are just the things that I'm focusing on. That's what's relevant for us now. So I don't want you to lose faith in this flight. I don't want you to take your eyes off the prize. I don't want you to allow the promise that's being put into your heart to escape. I want you to remember that the things that you are destined to have, the promise that has been spoken to you, it will come to pass. There is somebody ready to give up. There's somebody ready to jump off the flight, baby. Let me tell you. Now, you imagine being up in the sky and there's a little turbulence coming. The plane rocked just a little bit. The pilot come on the little microphone telling y'all, hey, we got a little storm ahead of us. It's going to get a little bumpy. Just imagine you trying to go to that door and jump off. I want you to imagine that, because that's kind of how it's going to be if you jump off this board, jump off course when it comes down to your vision and the goals and the things that God has put in your heart to do. That, just imagine when you give up on you jumping off that plane. Imagine, you just think about how that's going to fit. I'm going to leave you with that. You going to stay on the plane? You going to ride out? Because it's a little bumpy, but it's okay. I'd rather go through the bumpy season than to go through the season where I just jump off this plane and just fall flat on my face. I'm just saying, God doesn't cancel destinations. He just adjusts timing. Bye, babe. Love you. Have a good day at school. He don't. That's it. That's all. He ain't canceling a destination. We still going to Jamaica. For you all that has been here, man, it is Thursday. Listen, do yourself a favor today. Go ahead and sit down. Write out your vision. Put goals to it. If you don't know how to do it, one or two things. Go look at the video or click the link in the bio and book a call with me. But go write out your vision. Write out your goals. Put a plan together. Understand and believe that that thing that you really want, you desire to have, it is already yours. It's just waiting on you. Y'all have an amazing day on purpose. I'm finna get up out of here. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Thank you so much for the love and support. And I am excited to see you on this journey to becoming the best version of yourself.